It is a little known fact that the greatest genius that ever lived was born in Sydney in 1915. Harold the Kangaroo Thornton is well known in Darlinghurst and Amsterdam for his colourful paintings and even more colourful appearance.
That's Harold the Kangaroo.
Great. Okay, Harold, when did you sort of start to construct this whole persona of Harold Thornton with the amazing clothes and the fantastic paintings? When did you begin painting?
Well, I began painting in 1944, but I started my first portrait in 1942. But when I was 8, I was a sign painter. They were very colourful those days. I used to put pure colour on, because at one time there was a black and white period and there was a green period, but I came in with a colour, and I didn't know, I'd never heard of psychedelic. I was always told I had no brains, and a very jealous brother getting me in to be a sign painter. My mother convinced me that I could never be any good at that. I had always had a sneaking feeling after a while I would have a go. The war brought me down to the city, and some bloke took me in to see the nude models, see? And I got more interested in the art then.
And that's when you started painting?
That's when I really started painting. I did copy a few things on signs, eh?
That was down at Julian Ashton's?
Yeah, Julian. I did try and work myself, and I couldn't understand, because I started, in the first year I came to the top straight away. And I couldn't understand what art was, didn't know anything about art, and I didn't know what they were talking about. They get angry, because I was a very good portrait painter. Julian Ashton told me that, he tested me out the window. Henry Gibbons was a great teacher. He said, close your eyes and look at the sun, and close your eyes, look at the shadow, and what do you see? I told him what I saw the heat of the sun and the purple of the shadow. And he said, then after this testing, he said, you've got everything. He says, I see thousands attempt and thousands fail, and you're going to do something. That made me carry on. I was bitten by the bug.
And you ended up making quite a name for yourself in Amsterdam?
Oh yeah.
And that's where you got your name, Harold Kangaroo, isn't it?
Yeah, well, before I went to Amsterdam, I owned a big restaurant in Papua New Guinea, and I was Harold the hippie then. And then when I went to Amsterdam, I realised that my name is Thornton, and the Dutch don't remember English names, so I had to be Harold the Kangaroo. I didn't know there was another kangaroo. And I was going to call me Harold the Wombat or something. I called myself Harold the Kangaroo, and it stuck with me.
And how did you get to be the greatest genius in the world?
Well, I worked it out. It's a good gimmick, you know. I worked it out. If you are to the public what you say you are. So I said, if they try and prove I'm not, I say, you can't prove I'm not. Because I'm the greatest genius ever lived, and you can't prove it. See, it's in print. I tell them, well, that's my modesty. Don't you think I look average?
You look very average. You look very normal. What do you think of normal people? You seem to make such an effort.
They're very boring. I'm glad I'm a little bit mad, but they say I'm not mad, really.
Do you think you're mad?
I think I am a bit, because if I paint, I end up screaming, and no one hears it, but it's away, because it drags everything out of me, leaves nothing inside of me. Doctors look at my work, they say, you must be a happy man. I said, no, it's all on there. I get very depressed, and so then I have to recover, but I always spring back. You can't give up. It's a drug. It's got all. You've got to go back and do it. As I say, it's a very tough mistress. It gets you down and does you.
This is art.
Art is a tough mistress, yeah. Especially painting. I've done all the mediums, and I've been in 7 movies, and I tell them I'm not an actor, but I seem to do all right in the movies. But
Tell us about your films. You were in a film with Peter Weir, weren't you?
I starred in Peter Weir's first movie. No one believes me, and I lived in a hearse, and I slept with a ghost, and she never said no. She was very beautiful.
And not only have you lived in a hearse, but you say you actually died for a short while.
Oh, I died. I lost a year. I was supposed to go to America to do a big show. I bought a container. I did some sign writing to buy this big container, and I had nowhere to put it. And by the time I was getting ready, they changed hands, and I couldn't get my container. Then, by the time I proved it was mine, I changed hands again. Eventually got my container out, and I died. See, my gallbladder exploded. Tamworth. I got a bad stomach. I've been hanging around hospitals with agony. I had a kidney stone. I had 3 operations, one after the other. I died in Tamworth.
How do you like being like an identity in Darlinghurst? Do you like living
I love
in the inner
Darlinghurst.
city and walking around the
Sydney's my
place?
city. Sydney's my city. I born here, and I think Sydney's always been the freaky city. Nowhere in Australia would I like better living in Sydney. Oxford Street is a great street.
You seem to have a lot of friends there as well.
Oh, I got a lot of friends. All the freaks love me. They call me the legend. Good luck to them. They say I haven't sold out. No, I haven't sold out. After the war, all these artists were with me. They seemed to join the establishment, some of them. Some of them still great painters. I'm a great friend of Johnny Orson, and he's a great artist to me. He says I'm the best artist in this country. I say he is, because no one could say that.
Harold's friends in the art world also include Ken Dome, who showed his respect and support for Harold by paying to transport some of his paintings from Amsterdam.
Ken Dome sent two artists looking for me. Come over ABC to I looked for him, but I never knew Ken Dome, never met him. And he said, go and get Harold. And told the 2 blokes, he said, he's the best of these styles. And I was at Martin Sharp's, and 2 artists said, Ken Dome's looking for you, he wants you to put a show on. So I went over there, and Ken was all keen on me, and he wanted me to bring the show back from Amsterdam. I'll pay it back, how much it cost. I'd forgotten. I said, about 5,000. Apparently it was 7,000 I sent it. I didn't realise it was the reduction they gave me, see. So it cost $16,000 to bring it back. And he paid it, and he nearly fainted, of course, he wouldn't. And anyway, he put me on the show there, and I had some of my own work here then, and I was going to go to America. I was ready to go to America, but I died after that show, see. And the first night, 6:30, I couldn't get in for crowds, and it was like a big snake going in like that. About 7,000 people they counted going in and out. They couldn't get them out at 11:30. They got such much fun, and my family said that it's not your crowd. And the lady said, oh no, it is. It's Harold's crowd, because there's worn out joints in the corner. We swept them up. Fancy that, worn out joints. And I could have sold paintings, but I didn't sell them. But he wanted to sell them for me. And of course it cost him so much. He wanted me to paint him. So I painted that picture and gave it to him. He owns it. I'm just holding it for a while.
Have you still got it?
Well, it was delivered the wrong bloody place.
Delivered to your house?
Yeah, instead of his.
This sort of thing happens to Harold quite a lot, but he has a more serious side.
I was in the Tasmanian blockade. I was to go back to Amsterdam, but when I heard about the Tasmanian blockade, I got hooked on it, and I worked very hard. I worked for 2 months there for nothing, no wage, and I worked day and night there, and I done all their banners and one thing and another, and I sat up there and watched it all, and I did drawings and took photos, and we went to the Parliament House. I dressed up in my colour clothes and had a girlfriend dressed, and Mr Gray couldn't stop laughing at me, so I couldn't try to draw him in my pocket. I can draw people in my pocket.
You can draw people in your pocket?
Not now, I've out of practice, but I used to draw people in my pocket.
How would you do this? Can you
Just
explain?
don't take the pencil off and run around their face.
Wow.
Just a little square block of thing like that.
The boundary between Harold the artist and Harold the showman is never entirely clear.
I dance and sing
Yeah.
and write my own music. I sing my own songs.
So what would it be about? Just about
Me,
you?
and funny things, A bit rude. I can't leave the rudeness out, that's a part of me. I'm a Billy Hill, Benny Hill, what's his name? I'm a little bit dirty little witty jokes. Benny Hill, I'm a Benny Hill.
So you're very into sort of gimmicks to promote yourself, like
Yeah, I like, that's a part of me.
Kangaroo.
That's a
all that
part of
kind
me.
stuff.
That's a part of showmanship. I'm naturally a showman.
And you've always been like that? Or
Yeah, all my life.
gradually gotten
All my
into
life,
green?
all my life, all my life. I believe in stirring them up, stirring up the people, see? I believe in stirring up the people, and that's good for art. You know, I'm a walking art gallery, I walk a work of art, see? You understand? art for the people, I believe in. That's why I worked in the streets of Amsterdam. I have no need to. I'm a big painter.
Kangaroo is hopping round Kathmandu. He's the greatest genius that'll ever say good day to you. And Harold has a strong tradition, individual exhibition.
My madness is, they tell me, is very calculated. But to me, I'm a bit crackers.
Okay, Harold.
I'm glad I'd tell, because you're saying you'd be boring, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it would be good. Well, thanks for coming in. It's
Thank you
been really
very much. You're a
terrific.
beautiful
Yeah.
girl, you are. Things have moved in my world, my life. See, this is really spray paint, isn't it? But to me, I'm a bit crackers.